Hello, dear one. My name is Naniya from Love and Freedom Life Strategies. I'm a health and life coach. I'm still reading through the Psalms. I find so much inspiration there. And the other day I was reading Psalm 140. A couple things impressed me. Just how much David used his writing. Well, this particular psalm is a psalm of David. And he was a shepherd. He was a king, became a king. But really at the core, he was a musician and a poet, and he was called a man after God's own heart. I feel like through all of the Bible and through maybe all of history, he seems like the person on earth who maybe was the very closest to God. So I put a lot of stock in his words and how he speaks to God and about God. I think this guy actually really knew the heart of God through experience. And so it's important to listen to what he has to say. But in Psalm 140, I hear him using his writing and his poetry as a form of therapy. He's really upset with some people that have been giving him an extremely difficult time. He calls them enemies. And in our day and age, I don't know if we have enemies exactly. I mean, I don't feel like most of us have people who we feel like they actually want to take our life. Back in the day, that's probably what David meant for the most part. His enemies actually wanted to kill him. But we all have people in our lives who we find extremely uncomfortable to be around, or their way of looking at the world and their way of speaking, their way of behaving, it causes us pain. It causes a lot of pain and discomfort. Even people that we don't know personally, thinking about some of the politics that are happening right now, so divisive and difficult. We can call those people our enemies just in the sense that what we feel in relation to them is probably a bit of what David meant. So listen to these verses from Psalm 140. I'm starting at verse 8. Lord, do not let evil people have their way. Do not let their evil schemes succeed, or they will become proud. This is my prayer for our nations. Do not let the evil succeed, or they will become proud. Let my enemies be destroyed by the very evil they have planned for me. Let burning coals fall down on their heads. Let them be thrown into the fire, or into watery pits from which they can't escape. When I read this, I actually laughed out loud. David's giving God options. You could destroy them this way, or you know what, you could destroy them this way. He's using his imagination, and that's when I started to feel like this was a form of therapy for him. Man, he was just getting it all out, right? Getting it all out on paper, speaking out all of the thoughts and all of the anger and all of the pain that was inside of him. He was getting it all out without filters. David didn't filter when he spoke to God. I love that. We can follow that example. Don't let liars prosper here in our land. Cause great disasters to fall on the violent. Don't let liars prosper here in our land. Another prayer for our nations. Don't let liars prosper here in our land. But I know the Lord will help those they persecute. He will give justice to those they persecute. Who in your land is being persecuted right now? Maybe it's you. Maybe you're feeling afraid and terrified by the currents of the times. Who in our land is being persecuted? David says, I know the Lord will help them. I know he will give justice to them. May this be an encouragement to your heart today, for you and for those you know who are being persecuted and going through a really difficult time. The Lord will help you and give you justice. Thank you for being with me today. May your heart be encouraged and strengthened. May you be strengthened in your inner person today. Peace to you.